A gunshot cracks through Montana's Bitterroot Mountains, echoing off icy peaks. Jack Carter, 42, a former Special Forces major, presses into the snow, heart pounding. His breath clouds in the frigid air, his weathered jacket dusted white. 3 years on the run, hiding from a military tribunal that branded him a traitor, have honed his instincts. Hunger gnaws. 3 days on pine nuts and melted snow. He curses under his breath, the missed shot at a mule deer giving away his position. "Stupid," he mutters, scanning the silent pines. The deer, a massive buck with sprawling antlers, stands frozen 20 yards away, eyes wide with fear. It bolts, hooves churning snow, vanishing into the forest. Jack's finger lingers on the trigger, his rifle's last 2 rounds heavy in his mind. He reloads, hands steady despite the cold when shadows flicker in the trees, gray shapes, swift and silent wolves. 5 or 6, their amber eyes locked on the deer's trail, ignoring him. Jack exhales, watching them vanish, his pulse slowing. A faint whimper breaks the silence, sharp and pained. Jack stiffens, rifle raised, tracking the sound to a snowy ravine. There, half buried in a drift, lies a German shepherd, its black and tan fur matted with blood, one hind leg mangled. Its amber eyes meet his, not with fear, but with a desperate plea. Jack's heart clenches. He knows that look, the same one he saw in his squad before everything fell apart. "Hey, buddy," Jack whispers, slinging his rifle. He slides down the ravine, snow soaking his jeans. The dog, Rex, whimpers, too weak to move, but doesn't snap as Jack kneels beside him. Blood seeps from a torn leg, likely a wolf's bite. Jack's hands, calloused from years in the wild, gently probe the wound. Rex shudders, eyes locked on his. "Easy, Rex," Jack says, naming him on instinct. He rips his scarf, binding the leg to slow the bleeding, and lifts the dog, cradling his shivering weight. "You're not dying today," Jack murmurs, his voice thick. A low growl rumbles behind him. Jack spins, Rex clutched tight and freezes. 5 German shepherds, sleek and scarred, stand atop the ravine, their amber eyes glinting in the dusk. The leader, a massive female with a torn ear, steps forward, her hackles raised. Jack's pulse spikes, his free hand inching toward his knife. The pack's silence is deafening, their bodies coiled, ready to lunge. He's trapped, no cover, one arm useless. "Don't do this," Jack says, voice low, meeting the leader's gaze. Rex whines, stirring in his arms. The leader's eyes flick to the pup, then back to Jack. Time stretches, the cold biting his skin. Then, impossibly, the leader dips her head, a slow, deliberate bow. Jack's breath catches. The pack follows, heads lowering in unison, a gesture of respect. Tears sting his eyes, awe drowning out fear. "What the hell?" Jack breathes, stunned. The leader steps closer, her nose brushing Rex's muzzle, then Jack's hand, her touch warm and solemn. The pack circles, not threatening but reverent, their fur grazing his legs. Rex's tail thumps weakly, safe in Jack's arms. Boots crunch in the snow. Jack's head snaps up. A man in a tactical jacket, Agent Mark Sullivan, 47, badge glinting, emerges from the trees, rifle trained on Jack. His cold blue eyes narrow, locking on Rex. "That dog's military property," Sullivan says, voice flat. "Hand it over, Carter." Jack's grip tightens, heart racing. "He's hurt. I'm saving him." The pack growls, hackles rising, circling tighter. Sullivan's finger rests on the trigger. "They're dangerous. Step away." Jack stands, trembling but defiant. "They're protecting him. And me." Sullivan's smirk chills him. "You're a wanted man, Carter." "This ends now," Rex snarls, small but fierce, struggling in Jack's arms. The leader's growl deepens, her pack closing ranks. Sullivan hesitates, eyeing their bared teeth. "Last warning," he snaps, rifle steady. A drone hums overhead, its red light flashing. Jack's blood runs cold. Someone's watching. The pack's eyes flick upward, then back to Sullivan. What does he want with Rex, and why does the pack guard Jack? Dawn breaks over a small Montana town, its snow-dusted pines looming over a quiet valley in the Bitterroot Mountains. Inside Jack Carter's makeshift cabin, a ramshackle lean-to of logs and tarp, the air smells of pine sap and blood. Jack, 42, a former Special Forces major with a weathered face and dark, buzz-cut hair, tends a small fire, his tattered jacket patched with duct tape. Rex, the German shepherd pup he rescued yesterday, lies on a bed of pine needles, his black and tan fur matted, amber eyes tracking Jack's every move. His bandaged hind leg twitches, the wolf bite still raw. Jack's heart aches. 3 years on the run, branded a traitor for a botched op, and now this pup trusts him. "Easy, Rex," Jack murmurs, offering him a strip of dried venison. Rex nibbles, tail thumping weakly, his gaze steady. Jack's chest tightens. Those eyes remind him of his squad, lost in that school raid gone wrong. The pack's bow, their leader's touch, still lingers in his mind. Why him? A twig snaps outside. Rex's ears perk, a low growl rumbling. Jack grabs his rifle, pulse spiking, and peers through a crack in the tarp. Clara Hayes, 45, the town sheriff with cropped blonde hair, steps into the clearing, badge glinting under her parka. Jack lowers the rifle, heart slowing, and opens the flap. "Clara, you nearly got shot." Clara's face is grim, boots crunching snow. "Jack, we need to talk about that dog." Rex scoots closer to Jack, whining. Jack kneels, stroking his fur. "What about him?" Clara pulls a photo. Rex's pack, collars with K9 unit tags, in a military lab. They're escapees from Project Nexus. "Agent Sullivan wants them back, and you." Jack's blood chills. "Sullivan? He was at the ravine yesterday." "Threatened me." Rex growls, small teeth bared, guarding Jack. Clara glances at the forest, where a black SUV idles, Sullivan, 47, in a tactical jacket, watching through binoculars. "He says they're dangerous." "Wants Rex, too." Jack clutches Rex. "He was dying. I saved him." Clara's voice softens. "I know. But Sullivan's got pull with General Whitaker." Rex's collar glints, a K9 unit tag with a circuit symbol. Jack's pulse races. "What's Project Nexus?" Clara hesitates. "Rumors say it's neural experiments. Dogs. Enhanced." A sharp bark echoes from the trees. Jack spins, spotting the pack's scarred leader watching from the shadows. Rex yips, straining toward her. Jack's heart pounds. They're out there. The tarp flaps open. Sullivan strides in, badge flashing, cold blue eyes on Rex. "Hand over the pup, Carter." Jack steps back, Rex snarling. "He's mine now." Sullivan's smile is icy. "They're weapons. Step aside." Clara blocks him, hand on her holster. "Got a warrant, Sullivan." Sullivan pulls a document, smug. "Signed by Whitaker." Jack's blood boils. "They protected me." "You left Rex to die!" Rex lunges, nipping Sullivan's sleeve, his puppy teeth grazing. Sullivan curses, stumbling. "Control that thing!" Clara grabs Sullivan's arm. "Back off!" Jack kneels by Rex, tears falling. "You're brave, boy." Sullivan wrenches free, glaring at Jack. "You're a dead man walking, Carter." Clara's radio crackles. "Warrant's under review. Stand down." Sullivan scoffs, turning to leave. "This ain't over." Jack's phone buzzes. A text from Dr. Nate Ellis, the local vet. "Rex's tag has a neural chip. Project Nexus. Meet at clinic. Urgent." His heart races. "What's Nexus, Sullivan?" Sullivan's jaw tightens. "Classified. Give me the dog." At the clinic, a squat brick building with a flickering sign. Nate, 48, wiry with gray hair, greets them. Rex's chip, Nexus, enhanced his brain. Telepathic links. Jack's eyes widen, holding Rex close. "Telepathic?" Rex whines, nuzzling him, his warmth grounding. Nate pulls a file. "The pack escaped a lab. They're high value." Clara pulls a USB. Trail cam caught Sullivan near the ravine. He knew Rex was there. Jack's gut twists. He left him to die? Rex's ears flick, sniffing scrap from Sullivan's document. Snow, A K9 unit, tag sent. The door swings open. Ellen Voss, 43, Sullivan's aide in a sleek coat, strides in, smirking. Release the pup, no evidence. Rex snarls, stepping forward. Jack's heart pounds. Rex knows you. Voss's smile falters. Leash that dog or it's gone. Clara pockets the USB. Sullivan's in trouble. Lawyer up. Voss exits, heels clicking. Rex watches, tail stiff. Jack kneels, stroking his fur. What did you see, boy? Outside, Sullivan dials a phone from his SUV, voice low. Carter's a problem. End it. Rex's growl echoes, a vow of protection. Shadows move in the pines, the pack's leader, watching. Who's hunting Jack? And what's Rex hiding? Noon sun glares over a small Montana town, its snow-laden pines casting stark shadows across the Bitterroot Valley. Inside Jack Carter's lean-to cabin, tension crackles like dry tinder. Jack, 42, a former Special Forces major with a weathered face and dark, buzz-cut hair, cleans his rifle, his tattered jacket patched. Rex, the German shepherd pup he rescued, lies on pine needles, his black and tan fur matted, amber eyes alert despite a bandaged hind leg. His K9 unit tag, etched with a circuit symbol, glints ominously. Jack's heart races, haunted by the pack's bow and Agent Sullivan's threat. Framed for a school raid gone wrong, he's been a fugitive 3 years, but Rex's trust keeps him grounded. Stay strong, boy, Jack murmurs, checking Rex's bandage. Rex whines, nudging his hand, tail thumping weakly. His gaze flicks to the tarp flap, ears pinned, sensing trouble. Jack's pulse spikes, someone's close. A knock rattles the wood. Rex's growl rumbles, small but fierce. Jack peers out. Clara Hayes, 45, the sheriff with cropped blonde hair, stands in the snow, badge glinting. Jack opens the flap. Clara, what now? Clara steps in, face grim, boots crunching. Sullivan's back. Says Rex has stolen military tech. Wants you in cuffs, Jack. Jack's blood chills, clutching Rex. Me. I'm protecting him, Rex yips, standing guard, tiny teeth bared. Clara pulls a USB. Trail cam shows Sullivan near the ravine before you found Rex. He knew the pup was there. Jack's fists clench. He left him to die? Rex's growl deepens, eyes locked on the trees where a black SUV idles. Sullivan, 47, in a tactical jacket watching. Clara's voice hardens. General Whitaker's backing him. Jack's phone buzzes. A text from Dr. Nate Ellis. Rex's chip links to Project Nexus. Telepathic experiments. Meet at clinic, urgent. His heart pounds. Nexus, what's that? Clara's eyes narrow. Classified. Sullivan's tied to it. The clinic, a weathered brick building with a buzzing sign, smells of antiseptic. Nate, 48, wiry with gray hair, greets them, lab coat rumpled. Rex's chip. Nexus enhances cognition, telepathic links. The pack's chips are identical. Jack's jaw drops, holding Rex close. Telepathic? Rex nudges him, his warmth grounding. Nate pulls a file. Nexus tested neural implants on German shepherds. Rex's pack escaped a lab. Jack's gut twists. They're not experiments, Clara pulls the USB. Cam shows Sullivan and another figure at the ravine. He's not alone. Rex's ears flick, sniffing a folder. Snow, a K9 unit, tag sent. Jack's heart races. Who's with him? The door bursts open. Sullivan strides in, badge flashing, cold blue eyes on Rex. Hand over the pup, Carter. Jack steps back, Rex snarling. He's mine. Sullivan's smile is icy. They're weapons. Step aside. Clara blocks him, hand on her holster. Show a real warrant, Sullivan. Sullivan pulls a document, smug. Whitaker's signature. Jack's blood boils. You abandoned Rex. They protected me. Rex lunges, nipping Sullivan's sleeve, pinning him against the wall. Clara aims her gun. Back off! Sullivan struggles, cursing. That dog's a threat. Jack kneels by Rex, tears falling. You're my hero, boy. Sullivan wrenches free, glaring at Jack. You're digging too deep, fugitive. Clara's radio crackles. Warrants under review. Stand down. Sullivan scoffs, turning to leave. You're done. Nate's voice shakes. Rex's chip. It's active. He's communicating. Jack's eyes widen. With who? Rex whines, eyes distant, as if hearing voices. Clara pulls the USB. Cam's clearer now. Sullivan was with Ellen Voss at the ravine. Jack's blood chills. Voss, his aide? Nate hands Jack a photo, Rex's pack in a lab, electrodes on their skulls. They fled Nexus. Voss ran the experiments. The door slams open. Voss, 43, in a sleek coat, strides in, smirking. Release the pup. No evidence. Rex snarls, stepping toward her. Jack's heart pounds. Rex knows you. Voss's smile wavers. Leash that dog, or it's gone. Clara pockets the USB. Sullivan's charged. Lawyer up. Voss's eyes flash. You're out of your depth. Jack's resolve hardens. What did you do to them? Voss backs away, heels clicking. You'll pay for this. Clara's radio crackles again. Whitaker's at the base, shredding files. Jack's blood runs cold. Whitaker's in on it. Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Voss's coat, lab chemicals, a K9 unit tag. Nate's voice trembles. Jack, Rex's chip. It's broadcasting. He's linked to the pack. Jack meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his wounds. What are you hearing, boy? Outside, Voss dials a phone, voice low. Carter's too close. End it. A shadow moves in the pines, the pack's leader, her growl echoing Rex's. Who's protecting Sullivan? And what's Rex hiding? Dusk paints the Bitterroot Mountains in shades of gray, snow-laden pines, casting long shadows over a small Montana town. Inside Jack Carter's lean-to cabin, fear hums like a live wire. Jack, 42, a former Special Forces major with a weathered face and dark, buzz-cut hair, checks his rifle, his tattered jacket patched with duct tape. Rex, the German shepherd pup he rescued, lies on pine needles, his black and tan fur matted, amber eyes alert despite a bandaged hind leg. His K9 unit tag, etched with a circuit symbol, glints ominously. Jack's heart pounds, haunted by Agent Sullivan's threat and the pack's eerie loyalty. Framed for a school raid that killed kids, he's been a fugitive 3 years, but Rex's trust keeps him fighting. Stay close, boy, Jack whispers, stroking Rex's head. Rex whines, nudging his hand, tail rigid. His gaze locks on the tarp flap, ears pinned, sensing danger. Jack's pulse spikes. Someone's out there. A twig snaps. Rex's growl rumbles, small but fierce. Jack peers through the flap. Clara Hayes, 45, the sheriff with cropped blonde hair, stands in the snow, badge glinting under her parka. Jack opens the flap. Clara, what's happening? Clara steps in, face grim, boots crunching. Sullivan's out on bail. General Whitaker's pulling strings. They're after Rex, and you, Jack. Jack's blood chills, clutching Rex. Why me? Rex yips, standing guard, tiny teeth bared. Clara pulls a USB. Trail cam shows Sullivan and Ellen Voss at the ravine before you found Rex. They knew he was there. Jack's fists clench. They left him to die. Rex's growl deepens, eyes locked on the trees where a black SUV idles. Voss, 43, in a sleek coat, watching. Clara's voice hardens. Whitaker's stalling the investigation. Jack's phone buzzes. A text from Dr. Nate Ellis. Nexus files found. Chips link dogs to humans. Meet at Sullivan's warehouse. Urgent. His pulse races. Link to humans? Clara grabs her keys. Trouble. Rex stays with you. Let's move. The warehouse, a rusted shed on the forest's edge, squats under a stormy sky, its windows dark. Jack parks his truck behind a ridge, Clara's cruiser hidden nearby. Rex guards Jack in the cab, his amber eyes tracking the shed, a low whine rising as Jack grips his rifle, 2 rounds left. Clara whispers, scanning the warehouse. Sullivan's inside. Stay sharp. Jack nods, fear gnawing. Let's go. They creep through the pines, wind howling. Clara jimmies the door, revealing crates, laptops, and lab gear. Agent Mark Sullivan, 47, in a tactical jacket, shoves files into a shredder, a gas can at his feet. Freeze! Clara shouts, gun raised. Sullivan spins, pulling a pistol. You're too late! Jack's rifle sights him. Drop it! A shadow lunges. Tom Kessler, 40, Sullivan's enforcer in a dark coat, swings a crowbar. Nobody leaves! Clara fires, bullet grazing Tom's arm, blood spraying. Tom swings, clipping her shoulder. Jack tackles him, rifle clattering, fists slamming. Stay down! Sullivan douses the crates with gas, striking a match. Flames roar, smoke choking the air. Clara dives through the haze, snatching a laptop. Got it! Tom kicks free, grabbing the gas can, splashing it toward the door. Burn! A bark splits the chaos. Rex leaps from the truck, tiny but fierce, snarling as he nips Tom's ankle, tripping him. Jack gasps, heart racing. Rex! Jack scrambles up, grabbing the laptop. Rex, back! Clara cuffs Sullivan, shouting, You're under! Tom struggles, cursing. You're dead! Nate bursts in, panting, vet bag in hand. Rex's chip. It's broadcasting. He's linked to the pack. Jack's blood runs cold. Linked how? They drag Tom and Sullivan outside, flames licking the warehouse. Sirens wail, FBI vans screech up. Agent Emily Nguyen, 39, with short black hair, storms in with SWAT. Mark Sullivan, you're under arrest for conspiracy. Sullivan struggles, cuffed. You've got nothing. Clara holds the laptop. Nexus logs say otherwise. Nate rushes to Rex, checking his bandaged leg. He's okay, but the chip's active. Telepathic signals. Jack kneels by Rex, tears falling. You saved us, boy. Emily seizes Sullivan's phone, scrolling. Orders from General Whitaker. He's Nexus's architect. Clara's jaw drops. Whitaker! He's untouchable. Jack's blood chills. He was at the ravine? Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Tom's coat. Lab chemicals, a K9 unit tag. Jack gasps. Whitaker knew Rex? Emily nods, grim. He funded Nexus. Nate's voice shakes. Jack, Rex's chip. He's hearing the pack. They're close. Jack meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his wounds. What are they saying, boy? Clara's radio crackles. Whitaker's at the base, destroying files. Jack's resolve firms. He's covering it up. Emily loads her gun. Safe house now! Jack lifts Rex, heart pounding. You're my guardian, boy. Outside, Tom, in cuffs, mutters to Sullivan. Whitaker'll clean this. Sullivan dials a hidden phone, voice low. Carter's too close. End it. Rex's growl lingers, a vow of protection. Shadows move in the pines, the pack's leader, watching. Who's shielding Whitaker, and what's Rex hiding? Twilight blankets a small Montana town, its annual harvest festival alive with string lights and the sizzle of food stalls in a snowy park nestled in the Bitterroot Valley. Jack Carter, 42, a former Special Forces major with a weathered face and dark buzz-cut hair, weaves through the crowd, his tattered parka loose, a knife tucked in his belt. Rex, the 3-month-old German shepherd pup he saved, limps beside him, his black and tan fur dusted with snow, amber eyes sharp despite a bandaged thigh from the warehouse raid. His K9 unit tag glints, a reminder of Project Nexus's neural implants. Jack's a fugitive, framed for a school raid that killed kids, but Rex's trust keeps him going. Stay tight, boy, Jack whispers, scanning for threats. Rex nudges his leg, warmth grounding Jack's nerves. His small frame radiates courage, a partner in this fight. Clara Hayes, 38, the sheriff with cropped blonde hair, blends into the crowd, badge hidden under a flannel, shoulder bandaged from the warehouse fire. General Whitaker's here, glad-handing. Feds are on him. Dr. Nate Harper, 45, wiry with gray hair, joins them, clutching the warehouse flash drive. Rex's chip led to Nexus logs, telepathic implants, human canine links. Agent Emily Nguyen, 39, with short black hair, adjusts her earpiece, blazer crisp. Ellen Voss is guarding Whitaker's files at City Hall. Liz Brooks, 40, a reporter and Jack's old squad mate, grips a recorder, her brown hair tied back, eyes fierce. Got Sullivan's confession. Whitaker's tied to the school raid. Jack's gut twists, gripping Rex's leash. Whitaker was there. Clara nods, grim. Rex's pack saw him. A scream shatters the bluegrass tune. Smoke billows from a chili booth, flames licking the tent. Jack gasps. Fire! Rex bolts toward the blaze, barking fiercely, dodging a falling spars. Jack shouts, "Rex, wait!" but follows, knife ready. Clara draws her pistol, scanning for threats. Nate grabs a fire extinguisher, sprinting. Emily signals SWAT, eyes sharp. A vendor, 32, and a teen worker, 15, are trapped inside, coughing through smoke. Rex paws a loose panel, yipping urgently. Jack reaches him, heart pounding. "Show us, boy." Nate sprays foam, clearing a path. Clara pulls the workers out, faces smudged. "You're safe." Rex sniffs the booth, growling, clawing a tampered gas valve. Jack's eyes narrow. "Sabotage?" A figure slips away. Ellen Voss, 43, in a sleek coat, a wrench in hand. Clara spots her. "Voss! Freeze!" Voss bolts, shoving a popcorn cart, kernels flying. Rex chases, tiny legs pumping, tackling her into a snowbank. The crowd laughs as Voss flails, her wrench skidding. Clara cuffs her, grinning. "Nice catch, Rex." Jack kneels by Rex, checking his bandage, heart swelling. "You're unstoppable, boy." Nate examines the valve, face grim. "Rigged to explode." "Meant to kill." Clara hauls Voss up. "Who ordered this?" Voss sneers, snow clinging to her coat. "Whitaker." "Wants Carter dead." Jack's blood runs cold. "Me? Why?" Liz's voice cuts through. "Jack!" She pushes forward, recorder raised. "Hacked Whitaker's emails. He framed you for the school raid." Jack's jaw drops. "You got proof?" Liz nods, eyes blazing. "For you. I should have backed you then." Jack softens, gripping her shoulder. "You're here now." Rex presses close, tail wagging. Clara takes the recorder. "This nails Whitaker." Nate pulls the flash drive. "Log show Whitaker ran Nexus." Rex's chip links him to the pack, telepathically. Jack's heart leaps. Rex is talking to them. Rex yips, sharp, his gaze on General Whitaker, 62, silver-haired in a dress uniform, slipping toward a black SUV. Clara's radio crackles. "Whitaker's moving. City Hall now." Jack's resolve hardens. "He's destroying evidence." Liz grips Jack's arm. "I'm with you. For truth." Nate nods. "Let's end this." Clara leads the way. City Hall's got Whitaker's files. We'll bury him. Jack meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his limp. "Ready, boy?" The festival resumes, music blaring, but tension lingers. Jack pockets Liz's recorder, heart racing. "You saw Voss at the ravine, didn't you?" Rex's tail flicks, steadying him. Clara finds a glint in the snow, a K9 unit tag, the pack's ID, dropped by Voss. "Another clue?" Jack's blood chills. "Voss was there." Liz's voice shakes. "Sullivan said Whitaker owns the governor." "Even the feds." Nate pockets the flash drive. "This frees Rex." Clara loads her gun. "We move now." Jack clips Rex's leash, heart pounding. "Lead us, boy." At City Hall, Whitaker dials a phone, voice low. "Burn the files. Carter's too close." A man in a dark coat, Tom Kessler, 40, Sullivan's enforcer, watches from the shadows, muttering, "He's digging too deep." Rex's growl echoes, a vow of protection. Shadows move in the pines, the pack's leader, watching. What's in Whitaker's files, and who's shielding Nexus? Night cloaks a small Montana town. The Bitterroot Mountains, snow-draped pines, whispering under a stormy sky. Lightning flickers, casting jagged shadows. Inside a safe house, a log cabin tucked deep in the woods, urgency crackles. Jack Carter, 42, a former Special Forces major with a weathered face and dark buzz-cut hair, checks his rifle, his parka patched with duct tape. Rex, the 3-month-old German shepherd pup he rescued, paces by his side, his black and tan fur sleek despite a bandaged thigh from the festival fire. His amber eyes burn, K9 unit tag glinting, a chilling reminder of Project Nexus's telepathic implants. Jack's a fugitive, framed for a school raid that killed kids, but Rex's bond fuels his fight for truth. "Stay sharp, boy," Jack whispers, stroking Rex's head. Rex whines, nudging his leg, tail rigid. His gaze locks on the cabin door, ears pinned, sensing danger. Jack's pulse races. The pack's out there, linked to Rex's chip. A knock jolts them. Rex's growl rumbles, small but fierce. Jack peers through a shutter crack. Clara Hayes, 38, the sheriff with cropped blonde hair, stands outside, badge glinting under her tactical jacket. Jack opens the door. "Clara, what's the plan?" Clara steps in, face grim, boots tracking snow. General Whitaker's at City Hall, torching Nexus files. Sullivan's with him. Jack's blood chills, clutching Rex. "Sullivan's free again?" Rex yips, standing guard, tiny teeth bared. Clara pulls a USB. "Warehouse logs tie Whitaker to Nexus. Telepathic implants, human trials." "Sullivan ran the tests." Jack's heart leaps. "Human trials? Rex's chip?" Clara nods, grim. "And maybe you." Jack's phone buzzes, a text from Dr. Nate Ellis. "Nexus files confirm human canine neural links. Rex's chip is active. Meet at City Hall, urgent." His pulse spikes. "Linked to me?" Clara grabs her keys. "Trouble?" "Rex stays with you. Let's go." City Hall, a stone building downtown, looms under roiling clouds, its archive room glowing faintly. Jack parks his truck behind a dumpster, Clara's cruiser hidden nearby. Rex guards Jack in the cab, his amber eyes tracking the building, a low whine rising as Jack grips his rifle. 1 round left. Clara whispers, scanning the hall. "Whitaker's inside." "Stay tight." Jack nods, fear clawing his chest. "Let's move." They slip through an alley, wind howling. Clara picks the archive lock, revealing smoke. Files burning in a shredder. Laptops open. General Whitaker, 62, silver-haired in a dress uniform, feeds papers into the flames, a gas can at his feet. "Freeze!" Clara shouts, gun raised. Whitaker spins, pulling a revolver. "You're done." Jack's rifle sights him. "Drop it." A shadow lunges. Tom Kessler, 40, Sullivan's enforcer in a dark coat, swings a crowbar. "Nobody leaves." Clara fires, bullet grazing Tom's shoulder, blood spraying. Tom swings, clipping her leg. Jack tackles him, rifle clattering, fists flying. "Stay down!" Whitaker douses the room with gas, striking a match. Flames roar, smoke choking the air. Clara dives through the haze, snatching a laptop. "Got it!" Tom kicks free, grabbing the gas can, splashing it toward the door. "Burn!" A bark splits the chaos. Rex leaps from the truck, tiny but fierce, snarling as he nips Tom's ankle, tripping him. Jack gasps, heart racing. "Rex!" Jack scrambles up, grabbing the laptop. "Rex, back!" Clara cuffs Whitaker, shouting, "You're under!" Tom struggles, cursing. "You're dead!" Nate bursts in, panting, vet bag in hand. "Rex's chip, it's broadcasting." "He's linked to the pack's leader!" Jack's blood runs cold. "What's he hearing?" They drag Tom and Whitaker outside, flames licking the hall. Sirens wail, FBI vans screech up. Agent Emily Nguyen, 39, with short black hair, storms in with SWAT. "General Whitaker, you're under arrest for racketeering." Whitaker struggles, cuffed. "You've got nothing." Clara holds the laptop. Nexus logs say otherwise. Nate rushes to Rex, checking his bandaged leg. "He's okay, but the chip's active. Telepathic signals." Jack kneels by Rex, tears falling. "You saved us, boy." Emily seizes Whitaker's phone, scrolling. "Orders from Colonel Hensley. He's the broker." Clara's jaw drops. "Hensley?" "He's retired." Jack's blood chills. "He was with Sullivan?" Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Tom's coat. Lab chemicals, a canine unit tag. Jack gasps. "Hensley knew Rex?" Emily nods, grim. "He bankrolled Nexus." Nate's voice shakes. "Jack, Rex's chip. He's hearing the pack." They're coming. Jack meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his wounds. What are they saying, boy? Clara's radio crackles. Hensley's at a gala, armed.
Files there. Jack's resolve firms. He's covering it up. Emily loads her gun. Safe house first.
Gala's next. Jack lifts Rex, heart pounding. You're my guardian, boy. Outside, Tom, in cuffs, mutters to Whitaker, Hensley'll clean this. Whitaker dials a hidden phone, voice low. Carter's linked. End it. Rex's growl lingers, a vow of protection. Shadows move in the pines, the pack's leader, her amber eyes glowing. Who's shielding Hensley? And what's Rex hiding? A thunderstorm rages over a small Montana town, lightning slashing across the Bitterroot Mountains' snowy peaks. The governor's gala sparkles inside a grand hotel, chandeliers casting golden glows over tuxedos and gowns. Jack Carter, 42, a former Special Forces major with a weathered face and dark buzz-cut hair, slips through a service entrance, his borrowed blazer damp, a knife hidden in his pocket. Rex, the 3-month-old German shepherd pup he rescued, limps at his side, his black and tan fur sleek despite a bandaged thigh from the City Hall raid. His amber eyes burn, K9 unit tag glinting, a haunting reminder of Project Nexus's telepathic implants. Jack's a fugitive framed for a school raid that killed kids, but Rex's bond fuels his quest for justice. Stay close, boy, Jack whispers, breath uneven. Rex presses against his leg, growling softly, his loyalty fierce. Jack's chest tightens. Rex is his anchor, a tiny warrior in this storm. Clara Hayes, 38, the sheriff with cropped blonde hair, blends into the gala, badge hidden under a black dress, her shoulder and legs stiff from the City Hall fire. Colonel Hensley's on stage, armed. He's Nexus's broker. Dr. Nate Harper, 45, wiry with gray hair, grips the City Hall flash drive, his suit rumpled. Rex's chip led to Hensley's files, telepathic implants, human trials. Agent Emmeline Gwynn, 39, with short black hair, adjusts her earpiece, tactical vest under a blazer. Ellen Voss is guarding Hensley's office upstairs. Files there. Liz Brooks, 40, a reporter and Jack's old squadmate, clutches a recorder with Whitaker's confession, her brown hair loose, eyes fierce. Hensley's tied to the school raid cover-up. Jack's gut twists, gripping Rex's leash. Hensley framed me. Clara nods, grim. Rex's pack saw him. They split. Clara and Emily flank the stage. Nate and Liz blend into the crowd. Jack and Rex head for the office. Rex moves silently, his limp, faint, blood seeping through his bandage. A guard spots him, reaching for a radio. Dog! Rex yips, baring tiny teeth, forcing the guard back. Jack whispers, easy, boy. The ballroom dazzles. Colonel Richard Hensley, 55, gray-haired in a dress uniform, toasts at the podium. To Montana's future. His smile hides treachery. Guests applaud, oblivious. Rex's growl rumbles, gaze locked on Hensley. Clara's voice crackles via earpiece. He's got his scent. Jack nods, heart racing. Take him down. Hensley's speech falters, eyes catching Rex. What's that pup doing here? He bolts for a private elevator, clutching a briefcase. Emily signals SWAT, blocking exits. Rex chases, barking fiercely, weaving through tables. Jack shouts, Go, Rex! Clara fires a warning shot, guests screaming. Hensley, stop! Jack pulls Rex's leash, heart pounding. Stay safe. Nate trips a guard, grabbing his gun. Keep moving, Liz films, voice steady. Hensley's guilty! Hensley reaches the elevator, but Rex leaps, nipping his ankle, tripping him. He screams, briefcase tumbling. Get this mutt off! Clara cuffs him, voice icy. Richard Hensley, you're under arrest. Emily seizes the briefcase, pulling a laptop. Nexus funding, human trial logs.
You're done. Hensley spits, glaring at Rex. That pup should have died in the ravine. Jack steps forward, trembling. You framed me for those kids. A voice cuts through. Ellen Voss, 43, in a sleek coat, emerges gun drawn.
Nobody moves! Clara aims, but Voss fires, bullet grazing Nate's arm. Blood sprays, but he shields the flash drive. Jack, stay back! Rex pivots, snarling, lunging at Voss, knocking her gun free. She screams, clawing, but Rex pins her, tiny jaws firm, blood dripping from his thigh. Jack gasps, heart swelling. Rex, you're incredible! Emily cuffs Voss, shouting, You're under! Voss laughs, chilling. General Morrow's the real boss! Jack's heart sinks. Morrow, above Hensley? Clara hauls Hensley up, cuffed. Who's Morrow protecting? Hensley sneers, silent. Nate plugs the laptop into a tablet. Morrow's orders. Nexus human trials. Voss was her enforcer. Jack's blood runs cold. They tested people? Liz plays the recorder. Whitaker's voice. Morrow ordered the school raid cover-up. The pups linked. Clara's jaw drops. Rex is telepathic with the pack. Emily's earpiece buzzes. Morrow's at a private airstrip fleeing. Files secured. Clara's eyes widen. She's running? Liz's voice shakes. I saw Morrow at Whitaker's base. She knew about Rex. Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Voss's coat, lab chemicals, a canine unit tag. Jack's heart sinks. Morrow knew Rex. Emily nods, grim. She designed Nexus. Nate stitches Rex's thigh mid-chaos. His chip's broadcasting. The pack's close. Jack meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his pain. What are they saying, boy? Clara's radio crackles. SWAT's en route to the airstrip. Jack's resolve firms. We're stopping her. Emily loads her gun. Safe house first. Airstrip's next. Jack lifts Rex, tears falling. You're my guardian, boy. They exit, the gala in chaos. Jack strokes Rex, blood on his hands. You're not done, are you? Outside, Hensley in cuffs mutters, Morrow will bury you. A black SUV peels away, its driver unseen. A phone buzzes. Hensley's down, a voice says. Plan C. Rex's growl echoes, a vow of protection. Shadows move in the pines. The pack's leader, her amber eyes glowing. Who's General Morrow? And what's Rex hiding? Rain lashes a desolate airstrip on the edge of a small Montana town, lightning cracking over the Bitterroot Mountains' snow-capped peaks. A private jet's engines roar, ready for takeoff. Jack Carter, 42, a former Special Forces major with a weathered face and dark, buzz-cut hair, crouches behind a rusted hangar, his borrowed blazer soaked, a knife gripped tight. Rex, the 3-month-old German Shepherd pup he rescued, presses against his leg, his black and tan fur slick with rain, amber eyes blazing despite a bloodied bandage on his thigh from the gala raid. His canine unit tag glints, a chilling reminder of Project Nexus's telepathic neural implants. Jack's a fugitive, framed for a school raid that killed kids, but Rex's bond fuels his fight for truth. Stay low, boy, Jack whispers, breath ragged. Rex growls softly, tiny teeth bared, his loyalty fierce. Jack's chest tightens. Rex is his lifeline, a warrior despite his wounds. Clara Hayes, 38, the sheriff with cropped blonde hair, reloads her pistol, her tactical jacket drenched, shoulder and legs stiff from the gala firefight. General Morrow's on that jet, fleeing with Nexus's final files. Doctor. Nate Harper, 45, wiry with gray hair, clutches the gala's flash drive, his suit sodden. Rex's chip led to Morrow's logs, human canine neural links, military trials. Agent Emily Nguyen, 39, with short black hair, adjusts her earpiece, tactical vest soaked. Ellen Voss is with Morrow, guarding the files. Liz Brooks, 40, a reporter and Jack's old squadmate, grips a recorder with Hensley's confession, her brown hair matted, eyes fierce. Morrow's behind the school raid frame-up. Jack's gut twists, rain stinging his face. Morrow was at the school? Clara nods, grim. Rex's pack saw her. They creep toward the jet, wind howling, rain blinding. Rex leads, nose low, tracking Morrow's scent through the deluge. Clara grips her pistol, Emily her assault rifle. Nate carries his vet bag, ready for Rex's wounds. Liz films, her resolve unshaken. The jet's ramp is down, armed guards patrolling. General Elaine Morrow, 60, sharp-featured in a tailored coat, barks orders inside. Shred the files. We're airborne. Voss, 43, in a sleek coat, loads a shredder, smirking. Rex freezes, hackles rising, a tiny growl rumbling. Clara signals, "On my mark." A guard spots Rex raising his rifle. "Dog!" Rex lunges, nipping the guard's boot, tripping him. The man curses, rifle clattering. Clara fires, winging another guard who dives behind a crate. "Go!" Jack sprints, knife ready, rain blurring his vision. Emily lays cover fire, bullets pinging metal.
Nate shields the flash drive, slipping on wet tarmac. Liz films, shouting, "Morrow's guilty!" Morrow spins, pulling a pistol. "Kill them!" Voss tosses a flare, igniting a fuel spill.
Flames roar, smoke choking the airstrip. Rex weaves through the blaze, yipping fiercely, guiding Jack to the ramp. "Show us, boy!" Tom Kessler, 40, Sullivan's enforcer, freed on a technicality, emerges from the jet, wielding a shotgun. "You're dead, Carter!" Clara tackles Tom, wrestling the shotgun free, blood dripping from her shoulder. "You're done!" Jack boards the jet, knife raised. "Morrow, it's over!" Morrow fires, bullet grazing Jack's arm, blood spraying. He stumbles, knife clattering, but dives behind a seat. "Nexus will live," Morrow snarls, shredding files. Rex leaps onto the jet, snarling, slamming into Morrow, pinning her against the console. Her pistol skids, shredder jamming. She screams, clawing, but Rex's tiny jaws hold firm, blood dripping from his thigh. Jack gasps, heart swelling. "Rex, you're my guardian!" Emily storms in, cuffing Morrow. "General Elaine Morrow, you're under arrest!" Voss aims from the cockpit, but Liz tackles her, recorder raised. "It's over!" Nate rushes aboard, stitching Rex's thigh mid-chaos. "Hang on, boy!" Clara drags Tom aboard, cuffed. "Who else runs Nexus?" Morrow laughs, chilling. "Kids like you, linked to the dogs." "You'll never find them." Jack's blood runs cold, clutching his arm. "Kids?" Rex's growl deepens, sniffing Morrow's coat. Lab chemicals, a K9 unit tag. Jack's heart sinks. "You tested kids?" Morrow sneers, cuffed. "They're assets." Liz plays the recorder, Hensley's voice. "Morrow ordered human trials. The pup's the key." Emily's jaw drops. "Human neural links?" Emily pulls a hard drive from the briefcase. Names every linked child, every Nexus lab. Nate finishes stitching, grim. "Rex's chip. He's broadcasting to the pack." "They're here." Jack meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his pain. "What are they saying, boy?" Clara's radio crackles. "SWAT secured the airstrip." Jack kneels by Rex, tears falling. "You saved us, boy." Emily's earpiece buzzes. "A Nexus mole's still out. Agent Burke, FBI traitor." Clara's eyes widen. "Burke?" "He cleared Sullivan." Liz's voice shakes. "He was at Hensley's gala, with Morrow." Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Voss's briefcase, a K9 unit tag, identical to his. Jack's heart sinks. "Burke knew Rex?" Emily nods, grim. "He covered Nexus's tracks." Nate's voice trembles. "Rex's chip, it's linked to the pack's leader. They're outside." Jack's resolve firms. "We're ending this." Emily loads her gun. "Safe house first, Burke's next." Jack lifts Rex, blood on his hands. "You're my hero, boy." They exit, the jet's engines dying. Jack strokes Rex, his tiny frame trembling. "You're not done, are you?" Outside, Morrow, in cuffs, mutters, "Burke'll finish this." A black SUV vanishes into the storm, its driver unseen. A phone buzzes. "Morrow's down," a voice says. "Plan D." Rex's growl echoes, a vow of protection. Shadows move in the pines, the pack, their amber eyes glowing, circling the airstrip. Who's Agent Burke? And what's Rex hiding? Golden sunlight pours over a small Montana town, the Bitterroot Mountains, forested hills bursting with spring wildflowers. their vibrant hues a stark contrast to the scars of winter. The Jack Rex Sanctuary, once a sinister Nexus laboratory hidden in the valley's depths, now pulses with life as a refuge for at-risk kids and rescued animals. Its sprawling meadows hum with activity. Volunteers hammer nails into new kennels, plant rows of saplings, and laugh as children chase each other through the grass. Jack Carter, 42, a former Special Forces major with a weathered face and dark buzz-cut hair, stands by a freshly painted sign reading, "Jack Rex Sanctuary, a haven for hope." His flannel shirt is clean, rolled up to reveal forearms etched with old scars, and his eyes shine with a pride hard-won through years of running. Rex, the German shepherd pup he saved, now 6 months old, bounds across the lawn, his black and tan fur glossy, amber eyes sparkling despite faint scars on his thigh from battles against Nexus's hunters, his canine unit tag, its neural implant deactivated after months of painstaking work, gleams like a medal of valor, a testament to his courage. The pack, 5 adult German shepherds led by a scarred female with a torn ear, lounges under a sprawling oak, their once weaponized telepathic bond with Rex now a quiet miracle of trust and unity. Jack's heart swells, the crushing weight of his fugitive years, wrongly framed for a school raid that killed 23 children, finally easing under the warmth of this new purpose, this new family forged in fire. Rex yips, snatching a frisbee midair, tail wagging furiously. "You're the star, boy!" Jack chuckles, his voice thick with love. Rex spins, dropping the frisbee at Jack's feet, his nose nudging Jack's hand with a warmth that grounds him. Jack kneels, ruffling Rex's fur, tears pricking his eyes. "You changed everything, buddy. You saved me when I was lost." Clara Hayes, 38, the sheriff with cropped blonde hair, hands out flyers for the sanctuary, her badge polished, her injuries from the airstrip raid fully healed. Sullivan, Whitaker, Hensley, Morrow, Voss. "They're locked away," she says, her voice steady but warm. "This town's whole again, Jack, because of you and Rex. Doctor." Nate Harper, 45, wiry with gray hair, sets up a canine therapy pen, inspired by real U.S. programs like the ASPCA's trauma recovery initiatives that pair rescue dogs with veterans and at-risk youth. Rex's fund hit $7 million, he announces, grinning ear to ear. "We're saving kids and dogs from Montana to Maine, building havens like this one." Liz Brooks, 40, a reporter and Jack's former squadmate from their Special Forces days, now co-director of the sanctuary, wraps an arm around Jack, her brown hair loose, eyes bright with emotion. "Rex gave you your voice back, Jack. You gave us all hope, a reason to believe in second chances." Jack squeezes her shoulder, his smile soft but fierce. "We're family now, Liz. You, me, Rex, everyone here." Agent Emily Nguyen, 39, with short black hair, leans against a weathered fence, her blazer crisp despite the spring breeze. "The feds dismantled Nexus's global labs," she says, her tone clipped but proud. "No more experiments. No more stolen lives." Jack grips Rex's collar, his voice warm with conviction. "Rex and the pack showed us that trust is stronger than fear, that loyalty can heal even the deepest wounds." Rex bounds to the pack's leader, nuzzling her scarred muzzle with a playful yip, his energy infectious. Jack's heart aches. Their bond, once a military tool designed to control, is now a pure expression of love, a testament to their resilience against the horrors of Nexus. "You're home, boy," he whispers, his voice catching in his throat. The sanctuary thrums with the energy of its opening ceremony, a celebration of survival and renewal. Kids giggle as they paint murals on the kennel walls, their faces alight with joy. Dogs, rescued from labs and streets, romp in playful wrestling matches, their barks mingling with the strum of a local bluegrass band. Volunteers serve homemade apple pie under colorful tents, the air rich with the scent of cinnamon and hope. Clara steps to the microphone on a wooden stage, her voice ringing out clear and strong, cutting through the festive chatter. "This sanctuary stands for every silenced soul, every loyal heart that's been overlooked, Jack and Rex taught us how to listen, how to fight for what's right, no matter the odds. Jack takes the mic, his hands trembling slightly, his voice thick with emotion as he looks out at the crowd. Locals, veterans, kids, all gathered to honor a legacy born from pain. When I came to these mountains, I was broken, running from a lie that stole my name, my life. Rex saw me when I couldn't see myself. He's not just a pup, he's my guardian angel, my family, my hero. The crowd erupts, their cheers echoing across the meadow, signs waving high in the air. Rex rules. Justice for Jack. Nate unveils a bronze statue, a man cradling a German shepherd pup surrounded by a protective pack, their neural tags shattered into fragments at their feet, a symbol of freedom. For hope, he says, saluting, his eyes misty with pride. For courage, for every soul who dares to trust again. Liz grins, tears streaming down her cheeks as she embraces Jack. You're cleared, Jack. The feds dropped the charges. Rex's legacy will shine forever. The applause surges, a tidal wave of gratitude, but a sudden stillness slices through the joy like a blade. Rex freezes mid-bounce, his small body tensing, a low, guttural growl rumbling deep in his throat. His amber eyes lock onto a figure in a dark hoodie weaving through the crowd near a pie stall. Agent Daniel Burke, 50, the Nexus mole, thought arrested after the airstrip raid, now resurfacing with chilling intent. Jack's blood runs cold, his hand tightening on Rex's collar, the world narrowing to that hooded silhouette. Burke, he's out? Emily's hand snaps to her holster, her eyes narrowing to slits. He escaped custody, Nexus loyalist through and through. Clara checks her phone, her face paling as she scrolls through urgent alerts. He's tied to a new neural trafficking ring, Jack. They're targeting the sanctuary. Rex, the kids, everything we've built. Burke's lips curl into a smirk, his scarf slipping as he edges toward a parked van, his movements deliberate, predatory. Rex bolts, his barking sharp and fierce, his scarred thigh slowing him, but his spirit an unyielding flame. A tiny warrior charging into danger once more. Jack's heart lurches, his voice cracking with desperation. Rex, stop him! Clara sprints after Rex, her gun drawn, boots pounding the grass, her flannel flapping in the spring breeze. Burke, freeze! She shouts, her voice cutting through the festival's fading music. Nate radios SWAT, his hands shaking, his voice urgent. Suspect at the festival! Move in now! Liz grabs Jack's arm, pulling him behind a pie stall, her eyes wide with panic. He's after you, Jack. After Rex? Why now? Rex corners Burke by the van, his small frame snarling with defiance, his teeth bared as he guards a duffel bag at Burke's feet. Burke raises his hands, his sneer cold and mocking, his voice dripping with contempt. Too late, pup. You're all done. Clara aims her pistol, her breath ragged, sweat beading on her brow. Daniel Burke, you're under arrest. Burke's laugh is chilling, echoing across the meadow, a sound that sends a shiver down Jack's spine. Check the bag, Sheriff. You're already dead. Emily tackles Burke, slamming him to the ground with a force that knocks the wind out of him, cuffing his wrists with a swift click that reverberates in the tense air. She rips open the duffel bag, revealing a chilling haul. Blueprints for next-generation neural implants, a burner phone, a timer ticking down from 90 seconds, and a hit list scrawled with names. Jack Carter, Rex, and a dozen children from Nexus's human trials. Their innocence marked for exploitation. Jack's stomach drops, his knees buckling as the reality hits like a punch. A bomb? Here, Clara shouts, her voice piercing the chaos, rising above the panicked murmurs of the crowd. Evacuate! Clear the area now! Nate snatches the bag, his wiry frame sprinting toward a ditch beyond the meadow, his vet bag bouncing against his hip. He hurls the bag into the ditch, diving for cover as it explodes, a deafening roar sending a geyser of dirt and smoke skyward. The crowd screams, scattering, but the blast is contained, the sanctuary spared. Jack clings to Rex, his arms wrapped tightly around the pup's trembling body, tears streaming down his face. You saved us again, boy. You always do. Clara hauls Burke to his feet, her grip iron tight, her face grim as she shoves him toward a SWAT van. Who ordered this? Talk. Burke sneers, blood trickling from a split lip, his defiance unbroken despite the cuffs. Voss's sister, Carla. She's the new broker, running Nexus from the shadows. Clara's jaw drops, her eyes flashing with shock. Carla Voss. She was at Morrow's airstrip. Liz's voice shakes, her recorder still raised, capturing every word. She visited Hensley in jail. She's been planning this. Rex's growl deepens, his nose twitching as he sniffs Burke's hoodie, catching a whiff of lab chemicals and the faint metallic scent of a canine unit tag, identical to his own. Jack's eyes widen, his mind racing. Carla knew Rex? She's been behind this all along? Emily nods, her face grim as she holsters her gun, her gaze scanning the horizon for new threats. She ran Nexus's field operations, coordinating the human trials. Jack's resolve hardens, his grip on Rex tightening as he stands, the pup's warmth a steady anchor against the rising tide of fear. We're stopping her. No more running, no more hiding. Clara grabs her radio, her voice sharp and commanding. SWAT, converge on the old mill by the creek. Suspect Carla Voss, armed and dangerous. Nate pockets the burner phone, his expression grim but determined, his hands still trembling from the bomb's aftermath. Jack's truth, Rex's fight. They're why we'll win. Liz grips Jack's arm, her tears drying, her voice fierce with conviction. We're with you, Jack. For the kids, for the pack, for everything you've lost. They pile into Emily's SWAT van, the sanctuary's golden glow fading behind them as the festival resumes, the crowd's cheers a distant echo of hope amidst the chaos. Clara's voice crackles over the radio, coordinating with SWAT units converging on the mill. Jack strokes Rex's fur, the pup's blood-streaked thigh resting on his lap, his warmth a lifeline in the storm. You'll save them, won't you, boy? Jack whispers, his voice breaking with love and fear. The van speeds through the darkening hills, spring's vibrant colors swallowed by twilight's gray veil, the air thick with anticipation and dread. At the mill, a rusted hulk of steel and concrete squatting by a frozen creek, Carla Voss, 46, sleek in a dark coat, loads a high-powered rifle, her voice low and venomous as she mutters, Carter and that pup die tonight. Nexus will rise again. SWAT surrounds the building, their boots silent on the damp earth, their rifles trained on the mill's shattered windows. Clara's voice booms through a megaphone, cutting through the night's eerie stillness. Carla Voss, you're under arrest. Come out with your hands up. Carla sneers, aiming her rifle at the shadows, her fingers twitching on the trigger. You can't stop progress, she shouts, her voice manic, echoing off the mill's decaying walls. Rex leaps from the van, his snarling yip slicing through the storm, his tiny frame darting through the underbrush despite his limp. He lunges, nipping Carla's wrist with surprising force, the rifle clattering to the concrete floor. She screams, clutching her hand, her face contorted with rage. You filthy mutt! Emily storms in, tackling Carla to the ground, cuffing her wrists with a snap that reverberates in the tense air. Nexus is dead, Carla, she says, her voice cold as steel. You're done. Carla laughs, a desperate, unhinged sound that chills Jack to the bone. You'll never stop us. The network lives. Liz steps forward, raising her recorder, capturing every word with a steady hand. Your confession seals it, Carla. The world will hear this. Nate plugs the burner phone into a tablet, his fingers racing across the screen, pulling up damning evidence. Carla's orders, trafficking routes, buyer lists. It's all here. Nexus is finished for good. Jack strides into the mill, cradling Rex, the pup's small body trembling from exertion, but his amber eyes unyielding, a beacon of defiance. You're finished, Carla. Rex and the pack, they're free, and you'll never touch them again. The SWAT team secures the mill, their flashlights sweeping the shadows, uncovering crates of neural devices and files on human trials, a grim testament to Nexus's reach. The crowd outside the sanctuary, unaware of the raid, continues to cheer, their lanterns rising into the twilight sky like stars reborn. Jack steps back into the van, Rex nestled in his arms, his voice thick with relief. You did it, boy. You saved us all. Back at the sanctuary, the celebration resumes, the air electric with hope and renewal. Jack returns to the stage, taking the mic, his voice steady despite the tears streaming down his cheeks. Rex and the pack taught us to see the unseen, to fight for the voiceless, to trust in love over fear. This sanctuary is their vow, a promise that no one, human or animal, will ever be silenced again. But Emily's voice cuts through the applause, low and urgent, her hand on her radio. Carla named a final smuggler. Burke's deputy, Lena Holt, still at large. Clara's jaw sets, her eyes narrowing. We'll hunt her down. Jack meets Rex's amber eyes, their fierce glow undimmed by his scars, a silent vow of courage. Ready for one more, boy?